Good morning, traders. I don't know about you, but I got a 2-0 count, and I'm ready to swing today, baby. Let's get it going. Throw me that fastball. Watch what I do with it.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Let's get after it. Let's bring the boys. Ryan Faloona. We got Zunaid in the house. Definitely give us a follow. You guys see our Twitter handles right below our names. Definitely check us out and always reach out to us if you have a question about our trading or something that we're taking. We'll always speak with you guys. I know I try my best to fill and answer every single DM that I get. So if you guys reach out to me, you guys know I always answer back. Let's get to some trading action today. I'm excited. Like I talked about in the show, in the intro there, I'm ready to swing today. I feel like this is the week where you really need to be on your toes for risk, but also understanding that there's certain weeks where the volatility is going to increase and we can make a push. Now, the only question is, do we play it the right way? We won't know that. The only thing we can do is go about it in a processed approach and see what the results bring. All right, let's get to the action. Of course, I'll be looking at some swing trading action to start off here, and then we'll go to Ryan to take a little look into the market. First stock that I'm going to talk about is, let's just get through my swings that I have placed already. I still have Intel. We're going to see what happens with this one. I did take majority of it off yesterday. About 3/4 of the position off here. So just going to look to see if it can hold above 33s today. Anything below 33s, I might just take the money and run. That won't be bad. It will be about an 8% winner here. Can't be mad about it. Yesterday's position that we just opened up, Love. Talked about how I missed some of the airlines. I wanted to take a little bit of a shot here. So I took Love yesterday at 32.05. It's at 32.65. We'll see if it makes a run above 33s today. Anything below kind of this 31.60s, and I'll probably just kind of add here down towards 31. I do want to risk off the 29s here for Southwest Airlines. So any pullback I can add. I don't want to add to it on the winning side right now. If it does just keep ripping, I'll just leave it to continue working higher. XOM, another one that I'm up right now, but it could change around. Of course, we got news in oil, things moving around. We have to keep watch. My biggest thing is this hourly level and kind of watching that we don't kind of just push past the 108 today. If we don't push past the 108, I'll stay in ExxonMobil. If anything, get short off of that 108. We'll see what happens on that one. I am long also on Honeywell. I've been looking for this one above 200 for a while now. Took the 200 yesterday, up to 202.50 already. Got this at 207. Can add to this position, but just going to leave it work right now. We'll see what happens on the market. And the position that I'm in the red the most right now, only one position in the red. It ain't looking too hot right now, which is my Tesla short yesterday. But boom, look what happened in the last like 10 minutes. Already down to 260 here. I'm in at 257. I want to add on this name, but I'm going to look for a little bit of a pop out the gates here. 265 is the risk. In pre-market, we went to 264.88. I'm going to look to see if we can get back there towards 263, 264 to add to Tesla and try to jump bigger on this short. We'll see what happens there. Now to kick it to my man Ryan and take a look at his action.
All right, the first thing that we're going to start with here is going to be the small account because we have an update, folks. Remember, yesterday I took CENN. If I actually zoom out here, I took CENN right here, trying to get this 30-cent break. It immediately pulled back on me. I was like, oh, man, yesterday was a tale of two halves of the day. I was pardon my French, but I was getting my ass kicked in the morning. Everything I took was not working. And even this trade in the small account, as soon as I bought it, we immediately pulled back. However, I was patient. I let my cooler head prevail. And I was able to claw back all of the money that I lost in my main account. In fact, I think on day trades, I ended plus $27 on day trades. I ended up real green with some of the swings that I had. We'll talk about that in a sec. What's that? But in the small account here, later in the day, we got a huge run here. And you can see I actually sold here. I was getting a little nervous. It sold before that 33 break, used up a day trade. Probably should have held it because here we are at 34 here this morning. morning, but nonetheless, we were able to execute another successful trade. So if I go back, I think I have to do this order history. I think I have to do this, right? I have to go back to Tuesday. Boom. So here you go. You can see bought CENN at 31, sold it at 33, 1,000 shares, 2-cent scalp, made about $17 on this. So we're actually, we've now boosted the value back up. We're at 451. We're coming back into that starting balance, or we're coming back up to that. Again, I did use up a day trade, so I only have 2 remaining, but this is good. I've been able to now string a couple of positive trades together after my losing streak. This is how trading goes. And Mitch and I were just talking about this before coming on here. Keeping losses small is so much more important than being able to hit big gains when you have a small account. Yeah. If you lose your balance, you're out of the game. You can't trade anymore. So protect yourself. Make sure that you keep your losses small. I think in my own trading here, I probably was having my losses be a little bit too big. I got too excited on day trades. I wanted to make, big gains in the account, and it ended up hurting me. So I come back a little bit more humbled, looking for some smaller gains and really, really focusing on keeping those losses small. So moving in the positive direction on the small account, we are thrilled about that. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the broader market. We have a huge day today. We're going to have the Fed meeting and the decision come out here today. I know everyone's in the camp that it's a pause. A pause at this point is obviously priced into the market. The one thing that I'll say about today ahead of time here, obviously we're going to react to whatever we get. We're not going to put all of our eggs in one basket or the other and then try to predict this. That's a fool's game. What we're going to do is try and react to the news that we hear and the price action that we see in the equities. Now, the one thing that I will say is SPY leading into this is trading up. This feels squeezy to me as well. So, I'm almost wondering if this is just going to be a sell the news event, right? Do we sell off anyway, no matter what happens? We'll have to wait and see. It's like I said, it's going to be a wild day. As far as the SPY goes and some of the broader or the more market exposed ETFs like SOXS, SQQQ, TQQQ, that whole lot, I'm probably going to wait on that until the meeting. Those would be great instruments to trade after the decision and after the meeting. But before that, I'm probably going to focus on some of these smaller caps that we keep identifying here on a regular basis. So that's all I've got here for the SPY. Let's take a look at the movers tool. First one here is going to be this PLTNR. This is just a penny stock. It's up 700% here. I'm not trading this. I'm mentioning it because it's up. I know we've got some penny players here. I'm completely skipping this. It's up here this morning. I don't really know what to make of it. If I go to the next one here, this is Blue Water Vaccines. And this one should be familiar to pretty much everyone in here. Someone just popped the top there. That was awesome. We have traded this off the relative volume scanner a number of times. This thing likes to run on catalysts, and it also likes to pop and drop. Like if we look at the history here, you see we popped, got a huge move, but we bring it all back in. Will the same thing happen here today? Maybe. Just keep that in mind that every time that we've seen this stock here before, it often has huge sell-offs after that pronounced up move. So just, again, keep in mind the pattern that this thing makes. Now, as far as where we're at today, 161 looks to be that level of support. I guess you could call that 160 if you want. High of 195. The same is still true where the breakouts or the high end of the range breaks really haven't been working great. How many of these stocks have we seen break that high, go a little bit, and then have a huge knife? I want to avoid that. That's riskier trading. So I think that one of the things I'm going to try to do is focus on buying the curls and buying the regressions back to the mean, whether it be VWAP or some other key level. So Blue Water Vaccines, I want to see this hold 161. If we get a volume move off that support level towards the VWAP, there might be a potential trade there. Oh, and the catalyst here, Blue Water Biotech, and then Blue Water Vaccines, Blue Water Biotech. Shares are trading higher after the company acquired 6 FDA-approved drugs across various treatment areas. So nice little PR driving that. Next here is going to be Wet G, and this one has taken several legs higher since we took the first look at it in the morning. This last one here was going to be 1707. Looks like we busted the top off that. First one here was 1197, stacks up 107% here in the pre-market. What's going on with WetG? We Trade Group launched large-scale language processing models to increase product applications in the field of artificial intelligence. Easy for me to say. So what do we have here? We got another PR throwing AI into it. Stock's running 100%. Be careful if you're going to trade this. There should be a trade here on this one. We've seen this before in other names. You guys have seen exactly how some of these things trade, how wild they can get. Sometimes this causes other names in the AI space to move along with them. All of those things in play here. What I would really like to see here on WetG is a slowdown. I don't want to chase this up momentum move. I'd rather have this slow down, find some support, base, consolidate, trade sideways, whatever it is, and then provide a entry setup for us. So that's what I'm going to be looking for here on WetG. Next here is going to be CYXT. We've traded this one before. I believe we've seen this on the scanner before. Another one of those penny stocks. This thing was 4.5 cents yesterday, popped all the way up to 11 cents. It's at 7 cents now. I'm skipping this completely, but worth mentioning. Next one here is going to be WISA and WISA Technologies. I know we've seen this one on the scanner. I don't know. Let me see if there's any news here. Don't really see any news here. I'm guessing that we trade WISA Technologies. They began taking pre-orders for one of their multi-channel development kits. That was yesterday though. In any case, WISA, this is up here today. This might be kind of like a pick or a pump or some stock trading room or something of that nature. Just something to keep in mind here. I don't trust this stock, so I'd look for other opportunities before trading this one, but worth keeping that on the radar here. Next is going to be next decade. All right, this is also popping. We were as high as 720. We've come back to the 666 level. We do have a catalyst here. Next decade shares are trading higher after the company announces entered into a framework agreement for global infrastructure partners and Total Energies to support the development of the Rio Grande LNG project. So getting a little bit of a liquefied natural gas press release here. Next trading up. Would really like to see it break this off. Want to see how this stock trades. Not as familiar with this one as I probably should be. Looking at the next to the list here, IVA. This was as high as 661. We're all the way back down here in the fours. We'll see if this one can gain some mo and start trading back up. Didn't see any news here. I guess this was from yesterday after hours. Positive top line results from the investigator-initiated phase 2 clinical trial. So that seems to be what's driving IVA here today. We'll see if this ends up getting some momentum. Would love to see this cross through 536. That would give us a shot at these highs if we can go ahead and get that done. IDEX, this is another penny stock for you folks. I'm going to skip it, but maybe we take out yesterday's intraday high. AKYA, this is Akoya Biosciences. What theme have you guys discovered from these stocks so far this morning? Biotech seems to be moving quite a bit. This popping here, 780. If we take a look at the daily chart, we've actually popped back into a resistance level. So I would imagine if we take this out, I got the next spot here at about 850 on AKYA. We'll see if we end up getting that. And then next here is going to be ASST. This has been on the radar the past couple of days. Did get a nice pronounced move yesterday. We kind of traded back up into that area here today. Let's see if this can move again through 2 and then make a move towards those 215 highs. Zunaid, I'm going to turn it over to you. Are you ready, my man?
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, let's go ahead.
There we go.
And take a look at NVIDIA. I saw someone who got a chance to play it yesterday, so congratulations on those gains. Smack a 1 if you went ahead and played the NVIDIA calls that we went ahead and talked about yesterday. So what a great move. The 405 was the resistance area, right? You had the support at the 398. We went short. We made money. Then we flipped long when we saw the calls coming in, the $500 calls that came in, and also the 420 calls that came in. So you had a nice little move, and just want to kind of point out, right? Let's go to the 15-minute on NVIDIA. You've got this 405 level that was holding on as resistance, which later on in the day held in as support once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then it finally went ahead and cracked. So you always kind of want to look left and see where the market can go. And what do you know? I didn't even know this was happening. 405, getting a bounce in pre-market right at that area. So look left, see if support can go ahead and hang on as resistance, and vice versa as well. But now the game plan for me, I'm probably just going to stay off of NVIDIA unless it wants to come back and somehow test 400s or something like that. But besides that, I'm just going to hang tight. Taking a look at Tesla here, you've got support around this 260 area. Obviously, it went ahead and cracked. I'm looking to play Tesla at around 256 for a bounce. So if it does want to go ahead and drop a $3-4, I'd be interested in playing this one right around here of this 256. We'll see if that ends up coming to fruition or not. FTCH, we played this one. We took a loss the first time around. The second time around, we made money as it finally went ahead and popped $6 and went as high as 620s. Didn't get to the previous high day, which was 627, but we went ahead and sold around 18 cents. So now we can kind of see if it wants to hold on to 6. If it does, maybe we get a nice little move right back upwards. Coinbase, if it wants to drop to about $50 or so, I've got an alert set to go ahead and play that one. Let's go right back to the SPY itself. Let's go ahead and clear this out. On the SPY, you can see the 438 is kind of like your pre-market high area right there. We'll see if it wants to go ahead and crack that, whether it's before Powell or after Powell. That's something that we can wait and find out around 2 o'clock or so. But besides that, not much that I personally have on the SPY. Just kind of going to wait and see which direction it wants to go in. But if it does get up here at 438s, I will go ahead and go short. Matter of fact, let me see if I can put that order in. SPY. All right, so I've got the order in to go short at around 438 for 100 shares. Matter of fact, let's make it 200. Yeah, we'll go short 200 shares. Come on, can you place the order? Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the futures themselves of what that area would look like for me. And it's not as clear, but for now we can draw a trend line to pretend like it means something for us, since it's just kind of like a short-term thing, just something to keep an eye on and to see how we react around this trend line. Let's go ahead and see if there are any other tickers that I personally wanted to talk about. There's not much else because everything is going to kind of be in consolidation mode, if you will. But you do have Boeing that went ahead and... Sorry, it's like raining here, so that lightning was a little weird. There's a trend line on Boeing. So if you wanted to go ahead and play this one to the upside, you got to see if you can go ahead and break this trend line upside to the 222 area. Let's see if there's anything else in the chat that y'all wanted to talk about. TIO. I'll talk about the Qs here in a second as well.
And GCT probably, Zunaid.
Sure, absolutely. I got you. Not much that I see here. If my internet goes out, it's because of the internet. It's because of the lovely weather. There's not much here that I see, obviously, besides just a pre-market high that needs to be taken out at the 137. So apologies, not much I can see here. Maybe the 120 area would be a nice little dip by and give it maybe about 5 cents or so. But besides that, there's not much that I see. What was the other one? GCT. Surprised someone didn't say ICT. Let's see. I don't see anything there that I like. Let's go to the 4-hour. There's not much here that I personally like to play, unless you have anything, Ryan.
On GCT, no. I just noticed it was being mentioned in the chat here. Trent was asking, did you guys see it? Yeah, this has actually been trading up several days in a row. We'll see if we get that same action again. Trent, it's all about the volume here in GCT.
Yeah.
Plug
Carmen,
looks like that's getting thrown out too, Zunaid.
Let's go ahead and look at it. PLUG. I can spell plug. There we go. Let's go to 15-minute. So $12 is obviously your pre-market high. You got to go ahead and crack that itself. In terms of where I would try to play this one, man, to be honest, I don't know where I would try to go ahead and have a dip buy on this one. I would just wait for a crack of 12 and then find a base there and then play this one to the upside, risk about maybe 50 cents as a stop loss, give or take. But besides that, I'm not sure how I'd go ahead and play this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Qs and see if there's anything that we like there in terms of levels. Yeah, not a lot that I personally am interested in. Let's go and check out Google and Disney. We haven't taken a look at those in a minute. Let's see. Oh, let's go and check out oil as well. By the way, you guys know that the Trader Bacon show is, with Apex and whatnot. So for those of you that went ahead and emailed me that won the giveaways, congratulations to you. I believe there's still like one person who still needs to reach out, but make sure you do that. And then you've got the 70.50 on the crude oil futures and micros that I'm pulling up here. That's a little bit of a resistance area. If it can get over there, we can maybe see a move towards the 71s. What I'm going to be interested in is to see if this VWAP can kind of be around here, the $70 area.
You good?
And then go ahead and have a little bit of a dip buy around there as well. I am glad your reading teachers have taught you well. Hey, you know, they did what they could. I was a hard student. Don't get me wrong. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Let's see what we got. About less than 10 seconds. Best of luck. Stay green. Be smart with your risk management. And let's see where this day takes us. My main thing to focus on is going to be Tesla, to see if we can get anything around the 256, but also now NVIDIA as well. What a bounce. Look at that. Just beautiful $2 bounce, as NVIDIA is going to look to reject that. Oh, and the SPY too. If we come up to this 438, I will be short. Wet G. I mean,
Wet G, I believe, is halted or is going to halt here at 22 even.
You called it.
Wet
It is
G halted.
How do you even see? I got to sneeze.
How do I what?
How do you even see? Like, I don't even see any candles. Am I not looking at the? Oh, I'm looking at the. Yeah, definitely the wrong.
Wrong ticker, boss.
It's okay, man. It happens to the best of us.
Becca, you jinxed me. Come on. I blame Becca.
Oh, now it's Becca's fault. That's
It's always Becca's.
It's always Becca's fault. All right.
Also, really quick, just kind of an update. It's just because I've been mentioning it the past couple of days. I did take gains on my pure storage swing. All right. So just, why did this change? I'm not really sure. So just to kind of reiterate what the trade plan was here, high and tight flag after a big move up, looking for continuation. I got that continuation. I actually added on this red day too. So I traded this perfectly. I did close this trade yesterday about right here. 36.50, I think, was my price. It's at 36.54. I'll be honest, I don't know what to make of what tech's going to do, and I didn't want to hold it through. I had some nice gains in it, so I took that off the table. I'm all out PSTG. That swing ended up working.
The SPY straight to the downside. We are now red for a second or two, coming right back up.
BWV here trying to bounce some size at 155. If it takes it, it could go here. VWAP 168, so that might be a VWAP close. Needs to break 155 here.
Tesla coming right back to my number where I'm short off of now, back towards 257.30s. Let's see if it gets through 257. I'm at 257.13. Still not adding to this name, but I do think it could come down today and big.
I tried to take some blue water vaccines there at 155. Actually got filled at 156, so I was a little bit slow. Immediately red on this. Going to have a tight stop, a break of 150. I'm out. See if we get that morning push. I generally don't like trading this close to the open, but I think we might get a push here. 157 up, little bit of size there. We'll see if they take it on BWV. Nope. They hit it a little bit and dropped it. We'll see if this goes here.
XOM back through 108 here. So I'm going to watch to see what happens with that level. I talked about that in the pre-market. We'll see what happens to that level. Does it reject here from 108? Does it go through the 108.50s?
Honeywell International, ticker HON, trading around 201.29s or so. I don't know where I'd play this one. Maybe around the $200 area would be the only way that I'd try to have a dip buy on this one, but you do have the previous close at 201.11. It's a wild stock. The spread's about 50 cents wide, so please be careful if you are trading this one, Wally.
I'm in that Honeywell at 207. I like the monthly chart.
There you go. And right as we say that, nice little pop of $1.
Yes.
Holla for $1.
XOM rejecting
$1 holla
real quick.
I miss the good old days of $5 footlongs.
Never happens again, bro.
I'm stopping out here on BWV at 150 before it goes lower. Going lower here. Okay, so that didn't work. I lost $27 just to give you an idea of how small that was. I understood my risk going in. Very, very tight stop. Even if this works here, I'll consider rebuying it. I don't want to be in it. $27 loss to start the day here. Not even pissed about that, though, honestly.
All right, I saw XOM really quickly pull back to the VWAP here. Going to see if it bounces here, but it went right back down. So that 108 short could have already worked here. Just been a little hesitant here to start positions before 9:45.
Carmen, did you hear that thunderstorm right there? Did you hear that thunder? GCT. They're going to move to the upside, 880s.
BWV breaking down here.
Intel making a nice little up move here. Love not doing bad for me. Honeywell not doing bad for me. The only one that's kind of red from the open is XOM, but now starting to come back down. I'll see what happens to that one. Q's just hanging out here by the bottom of the range. Will it turn around at 945, make an upside move?
BWV breaking down here. Sometimes your first stop is your best stop. Ryan, remember IBM 126 to 138. Jay, I do remember that. Your calls here, you're kind of some of these slower play swing calls. They've been money, man. Absolute money here. Let me actually go ahead and reset this. One of the things that we've been talking about on the happy hour is that how IBM is an actual artificial intelligence play. And it really hasn't moved with some of the other AI plays. Moving here today. Wow, Pure Storage straight up out of the open. Should have held it for one more morning, but that's okay. Still made pretty good money on that. We'll be able to adjust that here. Wet G is halted again.
Yep, to the downside. It unhalted for about maybe 2.1
nice trade, Jay.
seconds. And then to the downside, it went as a halt at 2039.
Cat ripping. The cat's out the hat, man.
Watching IVA here. Oh, look at this. BWV coming right back up now. See, this is what I mean. So here, let me actually put this on here. I was telling you that the range breaks to the top weren't working. Told you that would try to wait for pullbacks, and then I tried to trade one of these. Now, to be fair, this stock had pulled back from its highs in the pre-market, which is one of the reasons that I was trying it. But this is kind of what I'm talking about here. You get these pullbacks. Look at this ferocious bounce here. This pretty much is only going to work on the stocks that are trading on really, really high volume. Otherwise, they might just keep breaking down, and that could all change once we get the Fed decision too. But this coming back up here, it's actually still below where I stopped out. So not totally pissed on that. ACHR calls going off here. We talked about this one yesterday. I actually traded this one on a 350 break. Here we are pushing fives. It was the 5 calls getting bought there, expire July. Let's see if I can get you exact. July 21st. So only about 42K worth of premium on that trade. But Wiss says, no trades for me today. Not feeling it. Good job listening to yourself, Wan. The market will be here when you are feeling it, whether that's today, tomorrow, or otherwise.
Exactly on that end. Man, that 108 already back down to 107.50s. Looking at that, seeing the SQQQs starting to push here, seeing the Qs go a little bit lower. So we're going to watch that. Qs are going lower here. You can see them crack a little bit here. I mean, it's just going to be fun to watch to see what happens today because it's going to be a battle, man. It's not going to be one way. And the Qs are leaking out already here. 362. Tesla deep into the green now. I can even just take a nice 1-point win already in Tesla. And you guys know I was already deep into the red. So that just shows how much Tesla's leaking here. We'll see if it can continue.
On Tesla, I am long here real quick at 256 long, risking about 70 cents on the trade. Down on it right now. What's up?
I was just going to say Pac W being called here by Jay Wild in our chat. Pac W looking like it's trying to take out yesterday's intraday high. We tried once today and kind of got stopped there. This would be worth noting if this can actually move through here. Rest of the banks look pretty good, at least so far this morning. These, man, PSTG keeps moving, big time move.
Just keeping calm here at the gates. I feel like lately it's trading out the gates that can get you into trouble real quick.
And Mitch, that's exactly what happened to me. Took a small loss here. Trent, great call. GCT, big move out of the open here. Hopefully you booked some gains there, my man. Good stuff.
All right, Tesla up about 50 cents on that one. So the 1-to-1 reward has been met. Scaling out some here, leaving another one to see if we can get a dollar move to about the 257s. So let's go ahead and talk about why I wanted to take the Tesla trade here. If anyone else has any active trades, please feel free to interrupt me. When we were going over Tesla in the pre-market, and by the way, just went ahead and sold some more, and I am out of this Tesla trade. So we're out of it. The reason I wanted to grab this one is because of the support, right? So you had resistance, held the support, and that's exactly the area I wanted it to come down, give us a chance to go ahead and play this one, and that's what the opportunity we got. So we got in at 256 even, and then we sold some at around the 50 cent mark, and then the 257 mark, and now it's coming down. I'm out of the trade. It doesn't really matter how we go ahead and handle it.
Now it can go for all I care, at least.
Exactly. Now you can make your money, pal. You've got NVIDIA 215 calls coming in on the ask. Let's see how much money they've put behind it. Is it worth talking about?
A little part of me.
And not really.
Why do I want to be short this dragon, man? I'm asking to get wrecked.
Well, Tesla's had like what, 12 straight green days or something is what I had read.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy.
That 405 on NVIDIA holding on strong, and look at that, reacting to the calls that we just pointed out as that one's moving to the upside again.
IVA here might be bouncing, looking like it's making a move to the VWAP. I have no position in IVA, but watching it here. Ticker IVA, India Victor Alpha.
All right, let's see what we get here. Stock's coming right back up here. Let's see if the Qs give it a little bit of a rip. There's a little bit of a rip there, right back towards the upside. So with that being said, I think Tesla might make a little bit of a move here, back up. I could take the profits off here and just kind of try to get back in the name if it can go back towards, let's say, 260s. But it's just tough, man. Tesla's leaking too much here. NVIDIA is one more that I would definitely not get in front of after I saw that Q move, and then I saw the recovery there. Look at NVIDIA's big bar up there. We'll see if that pushes higher.
NVIDIA to the upside. I mean, what a freaking move on that one. Whoever purchased those calls is happy as they are up about 20% on those. I am not one of those individuals, but that's what they are. Tesla tried to make a new low, could not. Or I lied, excuse me. I believe it did make a new low. And there's Tesla to the upside. Can it go ahead and break that 256 and visit and knock on the door of 258 is going to be the question as we continue to get a little bit of a move to the upside here on Tesla.
Rejecting 1, 2, 3, 4 times rejecting for that 257. If it makes a move above that, yeah, it can get a little bit momentum. But right now, rejecting 257s for the comeback move.
Wet G. I always feel like I'm gonna get canceled for saying that out loud.
QS trying to come back. Looking at that one for a potential buy here on QS.
X trying to break 7 and go for the high. So let's go ahead and talk about the highs here, which something just disconnected. I hope not my mouse. Nope, we're still good. Here we go. So we're testing the pre-market highs at that 721, and look at that. Immediately met with some resistance for about 10 cents or so. Can we break above this? Is going to be the question. And there we go. New highs, session highs on that one. Just for a moment, not in this trade, just calling it out for the folks that are watching.
I am taking a stab at something. I'm going to take a stab here at CSX. This looking like it's trying to break out above 33. I think if we get a push above 33 here, maybe we get a pop. I'll just scalp that here. I'm in 32.96. Going to have a pretty tight stop on this VWAP. 389 going to be your stop here. Looking for a push right now. We'll see if we get it. CSX. Charlie, Sandy, X-Ray.
QuantumScape coming right back towards the VWAP. I think it's an interesting play. I'm going to keep a watch on it.
NFLX open. Yeah, nice little move. Something happened? It's got to be news of some type.
Looking for pullbacks to 752 here, 753 for QuantumScape. Tesla rejecting 257s again. So that's the level
33
to
up
watch.
for CSX here, looking for a break above.
There's a 257 test again. Just trying to come back. Man, QuantumScape, no pullback there. Glad that jumped on the 55s. We'll see what happens. It's already a 66. I like that one because of the mentions from Toyota lately. That could really get moving. Charge point also looking for 10 maybe today. Keeping an eye on that one.
Raz, I got you right up there, pal. Let me know if you send it right now so I can check while you're on the show.
All right, seems like things are kind of coming back a little bit. Still not having a just one trend here, so just trying to stay on the sideline for a little bit longer. All right, we'll see what else is going on out there. Team, what are you guys taking a look at?
Well, go ahead, Ryan. I thought you were going to.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
not
still
cool.
just looking at. I'm still in the CSX trade, just trying to focus on it. I know Chris was asking me about AAP. I feel like we just looked at that the other day, but maybe not. One of you guys wants to chart that for him, that'd be great. I'll let you know when I exit this trade.
Yeah, you're good. What was it? AA what?
AAP, like Alpha Papa.
Alpha Papa. Oh, AAP. My bad.
There we go, getting that bounce now. Tesla's at 257.45. I'm going to look for another entry towards VWAP here, but not going to go ahead and get out of the position right now. Just going to try to keep working Tesla today. That's my idea.
I don't. Oh, that's the 1 minute chart. That's why I was like, why is it so wonky? Okay. Let's go to the 15 minutes, see if we can find anything.
Dude's trying to make an up move now.
68 is the only area where I try to go ahead and buy this. By the way, wedgie unhalted. We'll put that up here in a second. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it up here so we can see at least the movement is. It's cracking 19 now at 1890s, trying to make a move on that one. But this one, pal, it took $68 is the only area where I try to buy it. And just so you know why, you see this resistance area. Look at how just yesterday came back and tested it, and it held on to support for like an hour. That's the reason I'd go ahead and take a look at that one. Let's go ahead and take a wet G as that's drying up a little bit, looking to come back near VWAP.
I see what you did there.
Thank you, man. I worked hard on that one. 1677s is around where the VWAP is on this 15-minute chart. Let's see if 20 acts as resistance or if it can break through and make new highs.
Yeah, I don't trust that chart. Again, another stock that, in my eyes, in pre-market has already done 3 waves. Those are the stocks I try to avoid. I was looking at it right now to see if I'd go after it. In my eyes, that's just way too much action in the pre-market and way too many waves for it to kind of get that next wave up here out the gates. But it doesn't mean it can't. There's a volume there. There's some volume there for sure.
All right. Got your email, pal. I'll take care of you here in about a minute. Let me go ahead and get that right now.
QuantumScape back to the VWAP. If I think that we're going higher today, that could be a possibility here. I'm looking for a little bit slightly lower towards 53s. It's bouncing at 55s.
Let's see, where is... What was I looking at first? Oh, Tesla, by the way. So look at that beautiful bounce on Tesla. Now it's testing VWAP. So in terms of targets, I didn't hold on to any Tesla, but that VWAP would have been like the third target. So we met target number 1, 2, and 3. I took advantage of 1 and 2, but not the third one. Beautiful trade on Tesla, and hopefully you understood why we took that trade in the first place.
Didn't even get to VWAP. Get to VWAP, Tesla. Get back up there. 260s. I'm trying to shut your ass.
Wow. Okay. All right. I see it.
That seems a little bit aggressive, Mitch, but whatever.
I'm aggressive with it today.
Listen.
What did I say before I started today, guys? I'm ready to hit a bomb today. That's what I'm here for.
Next, popping to the highs here. Good call there on next, folks. For those of you trading it, just brought it up on my screen.
I'm getting into QS right now, guys. Went to 52, but it was too fast through there. So I'm looking for a little pullback to 55 to get in here, but it's already back to 58s. Might not get that pullback.
NVIDIA with a nice move to the upside, man. Oh, man. Can we take a look at PayPal? Sure can. Did you send me some money? Is that why? Let's see. I'm full of it. I got it. I'm 2 for 2 today, baby. All right, PayPal. What do I see here?
Stopped out of CSX, failed breakout for 33. That might still materialize, though. 0 for 2 to start the day, but that's how we were yesterday. Not going to get down. 2 very, very small losses. I'm down a total with everything. I'm down a total of $27 today in the main account, so I'm not even stressing it.
Not even.
I don't have time for it, Mitch. I don't have time to stress. We got stuff to do today.
I
Who
hear you,
keeps
dude.
playing with my mic volume? Is my mic volume going
Yeah,
up
it's
and down?
crazy, Zunaid. Like it'll
Really?
occasionally go quiet and then it'll get loud again. Your volume changes quite a bit.
So is that when I like start talking, it'll be loud and then it decents out, or like in the middle of a sentence?
I don't have all of the context surrounding it. I feel like it's when you get quiet and then you start to talk again, but I could be wrong.
That makes
All right,
sense.
guys, taking a little bit long here on QS. Going to take a little bit of a bigger size here and try to go after it, guys. I got 1,000 shares at 756. Going to look to see if this can go through. I'm going to risk off of 750s. So 6-cent risk here, about $60. We'll see what happens.
TGT, nice little move to the upside. Someone did go ahead and purchase the 131 calls coming in on the ask, expiring today. Excuse me, expiring this week. My apologies. Approximately $500,000 worth, but this was at 3 minutes ago. So not this moment, but 3 minutes ago, someone purchased some big calls, and that's why you see the price movement right over there. I was taking a look at a stock for somebody. I can't remember.
Big push there in Microsoft last 5 minutes.
That's funny. I like that. I do have AI in my name. Wait, do I? Z-U-N-A. Yeah, I do.
This guy. Do I?
I'm telling you, bro. Becca jinxed me. You know, I was on a hot streak. I was 1 for 1.
All right, guys, we'll see. Now Q's going higher, Microsoft going higher. I think you'll get a little bit of a spike in certain stocks. So let's see what happens here. I'm taking my shot in QS.
Oh, my goodness. Look, that's funny. I was like, what ticker was I looking at? He's like, you're looking at PayPal for me, bro. You totally just forgot to say everything. Resistance here at 65.38. Not sure how I would actually go ahead and play this one. Maybe closer to about 64.25s or so. As you can see, resistance, resistance, resistance. Can it hold on to support? It kind of did, but not really. I don't have a good way to play this one unless you're trying to play like the trend line here. So break of 65.50 base, and then you can go ahead and play this one to the upside. But besides that, unfortunately, I don't. I can quickly take a look at the daily and see if there are any gaps in play. No gaps. No gaps, I guess. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Nothing too crazy for me on that one.
Nothing moving just yet. Trying to see if QuantumScape can get the buyers to step up here in the 60s and take out the 2,000 sell on the offer right now.
Next, by the way, that's really been the move here today. Next just ripped for all of you guys that took that one. That was a great play.
Okay, let me find
Looking around at the sectors right now, essentially everything up from the open. Financial services leading, so keep your eyes on that. I was watching KRE yesterday. That's taking off already up here towards 44.55, so it doesn't look too bad at all. Yesterday's pullback was such a nice opportunity on the daily. Now it's really starting to push. I think where the resistance is right above here towards 44.60s, 45. We'll see if we can get up there. Let's see if I can get some buy appreciation here for QS.
CYXT, that was one of those penny plays, right? Yeah, Charlie is on point. Easy, Mike. That's I swear, man. Charlie might have made more money for Benzinga subscribers than anyone else out there. He's just absolutely spectacular. Hopefully he nailed it.
Just got to get through that 60 seller there. That's what's holding up QuantumScape. We'll see if we get through that level. All right, what are you guys looking at out there? I can take a look. Charlie who, says Megan.
Charlie, oh, Megan. Okay. Well, let's talk about that real quick, Megan. Charlie is the guy that does the squawk. So let me show you the Benzinga. We talk about Benzinga Pro all the time. I know you guys see my day trading setup, my movers setup, and my chart setup most of the time. But it's also worth noting that we have an audio squawk that comes with Streamlined and Essentials. And this equity squawk is run by a guy named Charlie. He's been doing it for 20 plus years, 2 decades of experience, has boots on the ground all over the world, all types of proprietary news sources, and he calls out breaking news when it happens. And he's very, very fast. There's tons of Easy Mike saying 100%, Ryan. I know that you've banked off that. Becca, you too. Let's go. Charlie has a dinner plate at my house. I'm going to screenshot this comment because that's excellent. He'll love to see that here today. Let me go ahead and screenshot this. I'm going to send that to Charlie directly, by the way, Easy Mike.
Crocs, interesting 1 hour chart. Nike having a good day.
You got Tesla coming up around this 256 area, which held on as support previously. We'll see if it continues to do so or not. If you are interested in going along here, I would have a stop loss at low of day.
Might get stopped out in QS through these levels. We'll see what happens. Taking a shot there. The Q's kind of slowing up there. It went up, now coming back down. The chop game continues.
Are you
Tesla going lower? Didn't come to the VWAP.
Really quick, Easy Mike. Charlie says thank you, by the way, for your kind words, and says nice. He knows he can go to your house for dinner anytime. That's really cool.
Savant, you can go ahead and check out Benzinga Pro. 2-week free trial, no credit card needed. If you get arrested, you don't get charged.
Don't get arrested though.
Yeah,
Simple,
try
right?
not to. That'd be great. Yeah, but if you do, though, you don't get charged.
It's coming right back down to 46. There's a big buyer there in the 45s. We'll see if he gets filled. Just took a little bit of a hit there. Paid about $100 for that trade. And that's how it is sometimes.
That's how it goes sometimes, Mitch.
It just shows me that I think that eventually we're going to crack today. I'm going to keep playing.
I think so too, but that's one of the reasons why I'm like kind of waiting. Like what I really want is this event to happen. I'm actually going to be getting out of the dentist at that point, but that's neither here nor there. I want this event to happen because I think that's where the bigger trading opportunities are going to lie. And I was just going to say, Zunaid, one more thing. You were talking about the free trial. Listen to this story. So first of all, as Zunaid mentioned, anyone here can have a free trial of Benzinga Pro. I mean, if you've already had one, you won't be able to keep having free trials, of course. But if you've never tried it, you can go to pro.benzinga.com and literally try all of the tools for free. Listen to this one. Our trial is full featured, meaning we let you try everything. We do have some add-ons because they cost more that you might have to pay for if you want to add them to your subscription, but they're included for free in the trial so that users can try it and determine if they want to pay that money, right? That's the responsible thing to do. I got a negative review for Benzinga Pro the other day. Some guy said that he did the trial and then he bought a cheaper package. And then his complaint was that the trial had too many, or it was, I thought I was going to get something else. So we let him try everything. He opted to get a cheaper package and then it became our fault because we let people try all of our tools. The internet is undefeated, folks.
They are. And here's the thing. I know usually, by the way, that 256 area didn't held exactly, but it held to $1. I know usually we don't allow, hey, if you already had a trial, you don't get to have a trial. But I feel like, we've got about 500 people. If they'd like to, Ryan, I feel like we should say, you know what? If you've had a trial before and you'd like another one, hit us up and we'll make it happen for 2 days.
That's manual. That's manual. So they were going to have to email us. Go ahead and email me. I'd be happy to do that. Saad, you want to try high beta squawk, but for a week before you buy it? I can probably make that happen. Shoot me an email.
Yeah, there you go. We got you. Hit us up. We'll take care of you.
All right, taking a little bit here in the SQQQs. Going to try to take a shot here in the SQQQs. We'll see if it happens or not. I see it about a double or triple bottom around the 2013 level. We'll see if that can hold here, hold to 2010s, and then get back up there.
I wonder if Hex is talking about Saad, and I wonder if they know each other in person because they're having a little bit of banter here. Oh, man. I will say, so this is interesting since it's a little bit slow at the moment. If I finish green today, it'll be the first time in all of 2023 that I've been green for 3 straight days. It took 6 months almost to make it happen. But hopefully we don't mess up today. I might just stop trading just in case.
Yeah, dude, you can't say that and I expect to jinx yourself, bro.
No. You know what I'm going to do? If, you know what? Here's the thing. I will come back on the show tomorrow, which, by the way, Wet G is halted at 2028. I will come back on the show tomorrow if I end up red and blame Becca. She didn't do anything, but I'm blaming her. By the way, you had SPY bounce off of VWAP.
I'm looking to see if the Qs can come right back down here. We'll see what happens. It is coming back here towards a 15-minute trend line. That's where I think it needs to break if it wants to continue going higher. It's tested the year already. That's a 364 hold. Anything above 364 hold, let's say on a 5-minute basis, could show you that continued upside move. It's rejected it in the past. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, nobody jinxed me. Nobody played no voodoo. Nothing. All right, leave me alone. No, I'm just...
I smelled something burning in the background, man.
Yeah, it's my money probably in the afternoon session.
We'll see what happens. I am getting that test down here towards that 2010 on the SQQQs. I think it'll maybe get a wick there. We'll see what happens. I'm going to give it a chance here, see if it can recover back here towards the 2020.
Netflix to the upside. It is just on a tear, almost a $10 move. Oh, I got filled on something. What happened here? All right, cool. So by the way, this is yeah, I mean, you get them lurching. You're like, what happened? This is not a real money account. This is with the Apex folks. So I'm in here with one micro here at $70. Stop loss for me is going to be about 69.50. Looking to take gains at 70.50 if we can get it.
All right, starting to come back up through my levels. Now I just want it to start making its way towards 2020. We'll see if it can make that move.
Oh, look at this trend line that we had drawn early on, and that's where the micro E-mini S&P 500 index futures go ahead and reject for now. Matter of fact, where is VWAP? It's right there. Do I try to play this one out there? Because I don't think it's going to go beforehand.
Hey, buddy. The people miss you. Come here.
Let's try it.
Uh-oh.
See if we can take a short.
Baby.
All right,
See if we
Crow.
can get a short on this one.
Crow, I know you said you missed Buddy. Here he is. He's not sure what's happening. He's going to go on my shoulder.
Buddy.
Aww, that's adorable. Can I look at coin? Yeah, we can take a look at coin.
You going to go onto the chair? Okay. There we go. Get Buddy in the stream there. All right. There you go, Crow.
A lot of noise in coin. You can see how 56 has been a huge support area, and I expect it to be a huge resistance area. Till then, $50 is the only way I try to go ahead and play this one, but keep an eye on this 56 level if it does ever approach that. DWAC halted. Let's see. Halted for news, probably, because is it halted for news or? Let's see. Where is, by the way, Tesla?
Got about, what, 2 minutes left there on this 5-minute candle. We'll see if the Qs reject the move to 364. Going to look to see if it comes back down to VWAP. A move back above that 364, you could get expansions back to the upside.
Real quick here on Ford. Ryan, I saw you talking earlier on Ford. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of a bunch of stuff, couldn't get to it. Ryan Christopher had mentioned that Ford is approaching a pretty big resistance point here. I would agree. And in fact, this range between 11 and 1460 has actually been a tradable range here. You can see how strong the support is here at 11 and how many times this stock has really oscillated back and forth before this range. Ryan, if we do test this breakout level, I'd be very interested to see if Ford actually has the strength to break out. If so, I want to say, Buddy's out of here, guys. I want to say 1675, your next resistance point there. So a good spot here on Ford. If you're trading this channel, it is almost time to take some profit there.
If you're interested in Target, it did go ahead and test VWAP and give you a little bit of a bounce. About a 75-cent bounce from VWAP. Wet G no longer halted. Is it going to continue moving above 20? Yes, it is. And look at that. We talked about the VWAP and the VWAP test got there. Question is, am I going to take another one? Did they just halt down again?
Yeah, I think it did. That's just too much for me, Zunaid. I don't know how the hell you even think about getting it stuck like that. That shit is so fast, man. That was less than a second.
She halted. You know what? Let's see how long it was. We are gonna go to the second chart.
I mean, what? Gee, that's just.
Dude, I don't know how you guys do that, bro.
I don't.
That would give me a heart attack.
Mitch,
bro.
I don't. I
literally
There's
a heart
no
attack.
way I could trade this.
7, 8,
I'd be there
9,
just like
10 seconds.
A few moments later.
10 seconds. I believe. is how long it
Stock was
took
open
there.
for 10 seconds.
dude, that is
believe
just
so.
too hard, bro. Like even
I have it-
computers have trouble.
If that.
trading
I have it according to Benzinga Pro. Looking at my signals halt tool, I have the resumption at 10:03:58 and the rehalt at 10:04:22. 24 seconds it was
That's
open for.
insane.
24 seconds.
That's insane.
I mean, I like I was saying earlier, I don't trade this risky stuff. I can't, Mitch. Just be careful. If you guys trade this stuff, be careful.
Yeah.
100 shares can still do damage.
Oh, for
with these
sure.
kind
Are
of
you
moves.
kidding? 100 shares from the halt was about $200 right there. Oh yeah.
Tesla still on the low side of the move. I could add here, but man, I'd have to start risking right off the 258 instead of risking up to the 265.
I agree, Walter. Same here, which is why I went short the ES or the MES rather, and it says now we gonna break out. We gonna make new highs.
Q's trying to make a nice little push here. It's in the 364s. Might get stopped out on the SQQQs today. I'm just trying to battle with it right now.
Baba, yeah, Baba broke out and hit the previous session highs. Broke out of that. Now we see if it wants to consolidate around $89 or not.
Market staying strong right now, guys.
It all comes down to the Fed, though, the market and how it's going to be.
Fed.
That's the hard part because you'll get those big old wicks that when that comes out, right? And so just be careful there with that type of move. I'm seeing it all the time, just like fake outs on those moves, especially the FOMC.
Ryan, well, I still have Ford up. Ryan says, Ryan, my man, thank you. I had some $10 calls sells that are up 60%. I think what you're trying to say there is you sold some of those $10 calls that are up 60%. Debating on whether to close them or not. What would your indicator be for either resistance or breakthrough at 1460? So my indicator would literally be the price. If the price goes through it, we broke through it. Better yet, if we can get a close above 1460 on the daily, likely to continue that trend. When it really comes down to technical analysis, one of the things I learned from somebody that's much more experienced than me is you're actually looking for a trend reversal. You want 3 closes consecutively above that level. We'll see if we end up getting that here. For your position, because you are basically trading that 11 or that 10 to 14 range, what I would do is I would take partial off at resistance and see if it has continued strength to break through that. You definitely want to take some of those gains. Definitely want to put some profit in your pocket. But if you want to have exposure because you think it might break out of that range, then maybe selling partial and keeping some exposure on the table would be the way to go. Ultimately, your risk tolerance is going to determine what you're going to do at that spot.
It's going to be a crazy day today. We'll see what happens on the FOMC meeting.
Yeah, it sure is, man.
Of course,
sure
you'll
is.
get the PDF release at 2 p.m. and then 2:30 is the real fireworks where the conference starts.
It's funny that you said that because Kramer this morning said that the conference was kind of a joke compared to the statement. He has the opposite opinion of you.
It's the complete opposite, man.
It's just hilarious.
Good Lord, guys.
Hilarious. All right, I'm going to run to the washroom. BRB.
Yes, I got 40% off. Sorry. I've been waiting for Uber Eats to give me 40% off again so I can, not cook.
Nothing like those discounts, baby.
I leave town. Was today Wednesday or Tuesday?
I don't know, man. Nah, man. It's definitely Wednesday.
Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Kramer compared to a Knicks conference. Yeah, man. Kramer just likes to mess with your head, dude. That's what I noticed. I've watched him for years. He just likes to mess with investors' head. He doesn't even do it to be nice. Like, some people think that he's trying to be a good guy. Come on, man. He's trying to be a good guy. He'd probably wouldn't be on where he is.
Let's see.
All right, we'll see what happens today. Do I take all the Intel gain now, man? It just seems like it's fighting up here in the 34s.
What's up, Wisdom? Hope you're having a good day.
What up, guys? How we doing, guys? Wiz. All right, at work, fellas. What's up with CVS? So, Jordan, CVS is getting hit based off of the UNH news that came out. Of course, it was. I'll read you the headline here. United Health Group shares fell in the pre-market after the CEO flagged elevated volumes of non-urgent surgeries at an analyst conference. This was reported by Reuters, and that actually hit all the healthcare plan names. CVS falls in that space in the industry, and thus taking a beating today.
That's CVS.
Yeah, and anything in the healthcare plan space.
A woman I dated, aka on one date, we went on one date, worked at CVS, so now I go to Walgreens. Because why not?
Because why not?
No, I'm just kidding. She was lovely.
I was gonna say, I think I joined back at the wrong time there, but
She was lovely. We just lived in different states. It wasn't enough.
You see what happened, Becca, when you get Z off of his game there. You see what happens?
it is
Because now whenever I see
absolutely-
CVS, I think of her, and it's like we went on one date, but I'm still thinking of it. You know what I mean?
She must have been lovely if you're that
She was great.
smitten.
It was a great
Zunaid.
experience. It was a great experience. We had a good time.
Well, guess what? They're both getting waxed, so I think you're screwed, bro.
I love that you're still blaming
joke-
Becca for things. That's hilarious.
I didn't blame Becca for anything now.
Mitch
He
did.
did. Yeah, Mitch did. I didn't say anything. And the joke that I could make on what? Never mind. We're gonna move on.
Never mind. We're going to move on. We'll see what happens on the day, guys. The Qs are just climbing up higher. I see bigger stocks have made a move. Microsoft, Apple. So that's a nice little big push there.
Netflix.
Google up also.
Netflix pounding the highs, by the way.
Yeah, Netflix pounding highs tells me maybe keep your eyes out on Disney. Does it make a run towards 100? Just something that I'm keeping an eye on. Netflix keeps pushing on the password sharing news. That's been giving it the lift for a long time now. We'll see what happens if it can keep pushing higher. I'm just staying in this SQQQ. I think I'm going to be working this position maybe in all day. I think it's a bigger position to be in. I just got to be slower and just kind of work in the position.
What's a closed door CVS?
I have no idea.
I'm working at a closed door. I think, I don't know.
Like because of
Theft?
Yeah. I don't know.
Sorry you're going through that if that's the case, man.
I mean, I don't think it'll ever change, right?
Been
shoplifting since I was young. I don't think it's
not
ever
like
gonna
this. You
change.
haven't, Mitch.
Did you say you've been shoplifting since?
I said
No,
I've
he said
seen
Oh.
Zunaid.
Okay. Be honest though. Okay, here we go. Chat. Smack a 1 if you've ever shoplifted.
So pretty much criminally yourself in the chat here.
I mean,
this guy Zunaid, what a lawyer we got
buddy,
here.
what's Zunaid doing,
Look,
man?
you know what? I'll go ahead and lead. I have okay, you ain't gotta put me all that. Don't
No,
put me all
you're right. You're right. You need this. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Ryan. Let's go.
Confessions
We're not a
with
part of
Zunaid
this.
starts right now.
Confessions of Zunaid.
I did go ahead and shoplift once from Walgreens when I was maybe about 13 or 14 years old. I needed to buy some stuff for Valentine's Day. I may have taken a couple of things. I mean, listen, it was for love. You know what I mean? It's okay. She's now with someone else, but it is what it is. It's fine. We invested. The investment didn't work out. And it is what it is.
Okay. Someone bring us back to reality here. I mean, the Fed, anybody. Someone got something out there.
I don't think
Yeah, see, look,
does,
so
bro.
many people have, Bill, I know you're lying. I know you stole
Woolworths for me, says Jenny. Oh, that is a blaster. There was a Woolworths in the mall.
What is that?
Yeah. I'm not surprised you're saying, what is that?
I gotta Google this now, though.
Google Woolworths catalog. That's what you should Google.
Bro, I've never seen this in my life. Apparently, there's still a website running, so I guess they're successful. Oh, and you know what else I would steal? I haven't done this in 10 years, though, because, I started making money. The G7 black pens.
What?
The three pen. Yo, you know how expensive those pens were 10 years ago? I was broke, okay?
Bro.
Listen. But I will say this. Sometimes it's the thrill of it.
Oh my God.
It's the thrill of it. Like, okay, look, here's something else that I did.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a Freudian slip. Yeah, let's go. He's still doing this, boys.
If I go to Walmart or Target, I will eat a zebra cake and not pay for it.
My opinion of you is sinking today, Zunaid.
All I gotta say is,
stop it. Get some help.
Get some help. I need to.
Jordan drop.
I know.
You are fake news.
By the way, you have Shop that's making a move to the upsides. You've got $68 calls coming in on the ask on Shop, but it's only about $10,000 worth. Tesla.
Tesla calls coming through here.
That 256.
Look at that,
baby.
dude, they found out I was short.
Can you imagine if I went to Walmart and I just randomly gave someone a zebra cake?
Let's do it. Let's record it.
100% a gangster. Why? Because I stole a zebra cake.
Zebra cake, baby. All right. BIG giving me an alert.
Oh, you folks are hilarious.
Not looking good there.
One setup that I'm taking a look at here, this AKYA, we talked about this a little bit earlier. It popped, got as high as 824. It's consolidating here right along VWAP. What would really be cool is if we got a volume expansion here and a move away from VWAP. This actually looks like a pretty decent long side setup here, already up 16%. So I'd want that move to confirm before trying it, but this, a half decent setup that I see.
I never got caught. Nothing on my record, baby. Well, maybe after today that might change, but
Kendall, please run an updated background check.
I will say I've always been afraid of my background checks. There's nothing there, right? Every company I've worked with, the NBA, Benzinga, everybody, there's nothing there. But I still get scared for some reason that something randomly is going to pop up that I had no idea about. But thankfully,
that just tells me that you've done stuff that you're not proud of.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I do know. That's exactly what it means.
I gotta look at the statutory stuff on some of the things that I talk about, because can't be on TMZ about trader confesses XYZ.
That would be a lead on TMZ for sure. You're right.
Yeah. No worries.
You know how popular I am with my 1,900 followers. Come on, man.
They're coming at you.
Yeah,
Z.
of course. Wet G long. Boy, that thing is a 1650.
Ron, good call here. Oh my God, all those things updated at once. Ron, good call here on Oracle. Oracle moving up here. Interestingly enough, this is pretty much right back at the level where it consolidated after the earnings report. We drifted higher in the pre-market, and then when the regular session opened the next day, we actually consolidated for a little bit there before taking the next leg lower. We've kind of erased that next leg lower, so we're kind of at a decision point here. I want to see where Oracle goes. And I know this is not the sexiest named trade, but a really, really good company, a strong earnings report here. I'm nervous about swinging any of these things ahead of the FOMC, to be quite honest with you, but this nice looking chart there if you're day trading it.
Just keeping a close eye on the SQQQs, seeing if we're ever going to get a turn in the market here. Still in and just balancing out right now. I'm down a decent amount, but I'm going for a bigger swing today. So one of the things is just kind of keeping it patient and seeing where the market goes. Right now, it is making that up move, but I think it could surprise at any moment. And I feel like one thing that the market could easily do today is have the psychology of an upside move and then just plow through bulls. So let's see what happens today.
Oh, you guys are calling PSTG. What's this doing? Okay, so we just basically had that first move out of the gate. Again, I closed this yesterday about right here, so I missed this part of the move, but that's okay. We take a look at the daily chart here. This daily is looking real good. One of the reasons that I actually closed this trade, let me zoom in and I'll kind of show you. Before this candle right here from yesterday finished, it actually looked like it was going to be kind of a doji, like a reversal, a topping candle. And so I was like, I've already got some pretty good money in this. I don't want to hold it through the Fed thing anyway. I'll just take it here. And of course, we get a nice little run up today. But grats if you're in that.
Were we just covering Oracle?
Yeah, I was taking a look at Oracle. Ron had called that.
All right. Well, somebody went ahead and purchased about $150,000 worth of calls on the 120 calls expiring this week. Approximately $900 contracts equaling about 160,000. And there is Oracle to the upside.
All right, just got out of that SQQQ, got hit there through the 96, took a big hit on that. So took my shot there in the SQQQs today, just didn't happen early on. Looks like the swing trade is probably the better way to go about this attack. So I'm going to keep looking to eventually get Tesla and add to that. We'll see what happens. I think you might get a squeeze here, at least maybe even into the FOMC. So right now you are getting the Qs to push higher, and a lot of stocks going to be pushing higher in tech names. We'll see what happens there.
I'm just going back to the chat for fun to see who all said they stole. And this is a funny comment. Every day.
Felipe, the Power Ranger. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Intel making a nice little move higher. That doesn't look too bad at all. That's definitely pushing strong.
Looks like you have SQQQ up.
Yeah, it's on a different chart. Sorry about that. Here you guys go. There's Intel to 34.41s and continuing higher there. So definitely squeezing higher. You guys were seeing the disaster in the SQQQ that I took earlier. Not going well there, at least. The prop account's almost done, guys. So we'll see. I'm going to keep battling with it. I still
almost
am
done as in like you, what does that mean?
50% on the drawdown. About 50% on the drawdown that I can take. So it's about still 50%, but what can I do? I mean, I could take more shots today, but I can't push it on a day like today because I've already taken too much of the hit on the daily rules. And the key to the rules when you go to a prop account is just trying to stick to the rules first, right? That's always what you're going to be looking at. But right now, man, this market is just on straight up euphoria mode. And we'll see if it ever changes. It's still on euphoria mode. It hasn't changed yet.
You've got NVIDIA that's about $3 away from all-time highs. 419.37s or so. What's the high of this candle here, pal? 34s. About $3 away. Jackson wedding cake was the only thing I was not invited to. Just hungry. I've never crashed a wedding.
Yeah, neither have I. That movie was good, but I never tried any of that. I would be way too nervous to just lie the entire time. I just can't do that. That's not me. Real quick, Smoke Tuna is saying BWV. So BWV might have found a bottom here. Spot that I would want to confirm for alongside trade here is going to be a 140 cross on volume. Smoke Tuna, a good spot there.
And these are some great stories. Got pulled into the loss prevention office. That's crazy.
This was my favorite. This because it's relatable AF. Megan says, I stole gum once and my dad made me go back and tell the store and apologize. Never again. Megan, my parents did the exact same thing. There was, I think it was Pier 1 Imports in a mall. They had these little soap things that were just kind of in like a bin, and you would take 4 or 5 little, it was like before bath bombs, right? You'd put them in a bath and they'd make bubble bath or whatever. Right. And I put one in my pocket, and when I got home, I told my mom. My mom drove me back to the mall, made me go into the store on my own to give it back to him and say sorry. That was a traumatic experience.
Great parenting.
It was actually
Oh, I meant
look,
it.
dude. Yeah, no, I'm talking about that. What 30 years later? That's how impactful that lesson was. That I agree.
Did you steal after that?
No,
Nice.
no, I did not.
I did. It was quite impactful.
I mean, like Wiss said earlier in the chat, he takes other people's golf balls in the woods when he loses his. I will do the same thing. If you like, I've hit plenty of balls into the woods, screamed profanities at the ball, and said, I don't want that ball back. So I hope somebody else finds that ball, uses it, and has success with it. I view every other ball that's left behind in the woods the same way. So I've done that too.
Did my parents? There were some my parents knew whenever I took like money, but it was amazing. It's like how much taking $20 that I wasn't supposed to have just gave me euphoria. It was amazing. By the way, Oracle new high is just continuing to ramp up here.
Bro, $20 when you're a kid was like winning the lottery.
Oh, for sure.
I was like, I'm going.
You're in high school.
Are you guys old enough to go to Blockbuster? Were you still going to Blockbuster? Okay. So when I was a kid on Fridays, what I would do is I'd go with my family and we'd rent a movie and maybe a video game. And I remember when I got an extra $20, oh man, I rode my bike over to Blockbuster. I was getting 2 or 3 video games and candy and all that junk. And I'm glad that phase of my life is over.
You've got the ES selling off here, coming back underneath the trend line, possibly going to go ahead and test the VWAP as the SPY already has in the past 15 minutes. Matter of fact, it has just 30 seconds ago on the SPY SPY. There you have it.
Steve, Megan, exact same thing for me too. Bubblegum. I can't even face Bazooka Joe even now. You folks are on fire this morning.
How do you get caught for, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Not how do you get caught stealing? That's a different story. But like with gum, you know what I mean? Like you either use it right then and there, or it doesn't beep when you leave. I don't know.
By the way, folks, just again trying to bring this back to the actual market here. Portillo's in the news here today. Big spike. We traded up early, came back in, trading back up. Worth noting here that I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen here. We did get Piper Sandler assuming Portillo's at overweight and announcing a price target of 24. So nice upgrade there for Portillo's today. That's higher by 2.2% here this morning. That's one of my longer term holds, by the way. Again, cost basis for me on Portillo's 1911. So I'm talking about a stock that I'm up 2 points on here. Keep that in mind.
Noise.
Traded the wrong stock today. Just didn't focus on my morning plan here. And look at the stock now. ExxonMobil straight down from that 108 pop. It just popped to 108, went right back down there to 106.83. That should have been the trade of the day. Just missed it. Didn't follow my plan. And that's how it can go sometimes.
Trading the trades, email me because if we can see what's up with this show, but if not, we can also try to get you up with my man Gates on the Trader Bacon show, which by the way is going to be next Tuesday since Monday is Juneteenth and we will be off for that. My email address is in the chat. Please feel free to reach out. And if you've got links to like your YouTube channel where you trade and stuff, please feel free to send that our way. As a SPY bounces from VWAP. Look at that beautiful bounce. Boing! That's just how I say it. Baba continuing. So look at that. You broke out. You had a retest, and you continue to the upside for another $1.90 rejection back down.
God,
all right,
INOD.
Guys. No, you're good.
I was just saying INOD here. This is a stock I traded, I think 2 years ago now. I took this from 4 to 11 and I was like, oh, wow, this is great. This is great. This company actually has AI exposure. They do content filtering on some of the big social media sites. This has been an absolute rager here. Another power candle here today, up 20% on INOD.
See if there's anything else happening here.
All right, guys, do want to go ahead and mention, of course, you guys see us in the top right corner. You see that QR code. What's that QR code? Of course, that's for Moo. You guys can check it out. If you guys are looking for small account analytics, things that you guys can be using. Love the Explore tab. Talk about it all the time. Go to the best performing. Take a look at the themes that are doing well today. Footwear accessories, broadcasting, Africa concepts, scientific and technicals, live streaming, Coke and Coal, and then other industrial metals and minerals. So maybe you're seeing like Vale up today. We'll see what happens on that. XOM going lower. The Q's kind of sticking around here. We'll see what happens. Like always, guys, smash the like button. Let's see where we're at on the like game today. See if you guys can keep us until 11. We're going to set a like goal here to see if we can get to it because we're just not getting enough likes, guys. How do we only got 100 likes? Been trading all day live in front of you guys. Over 400 of you guys. Do you guys not like us?
Especially when I'm out here committing, not committing, but like
we got
admitting
stories and
to
we got
crimes.
Zunaid confessing to crimes from decades ago. I mean, what more do you need for
Well, I'm going to set a nice 300 goal here to keep us to 11. If it hits 10:33 before we get that, coming down, guys. It's up to you guys.
That's 4 minutes. That's 4 minutes. You guys better start smashing.
Smash it up. You guys are watching, right? Let us know. I don't even care if you hit the down thumb, but just let us know how you feel about the show.
Mitch, what? Yes,
I don't care. No, I don't. I rather.
I care.
You know why? You know why?
I'm gonna stay out of this one.
You know why? Because feedback, whether it be negative or positive, is still feedback. I need feedback. That's what I need.
Nah, you want to give us feedback? Email us and tell us what you don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
You put it in thumbs down doesn't tell me if you don't like me.
There's no feedback
like
there, bro. That's just hating, and which is fine.
I agree.
But tell us why. Let us try to get better.
Email us and let us know. Hey, I don't like. Matter of fact, didn't you have a Google form that people can maybe fill out again? I remember you had that a while back. But yeah, let us know what you don't like.
Nike's the big move of the day. So I know someone talked about Nike, I think in my start swing trade. I know it's someone from our chat that was going long Nike, and I think it was Pan W or one more different one, but definitely Nike. Big day there today.
Baba, yeah, Baba, man. So let's talk about my annoyance with Baba, right? Where is it? Where's the 15-minute? There was so I was waiting for this breakout. Let me go ahead and take the VWAP away. I believe it was the 88. Was it the 88? I think it was the 88. No, it was 60. It was 80. It was 87. So I was waiting for this 87 breakout because you had resistance, resistance, resistance. I was waiting for this breakout. But as you can see, it kind of tested this in pre-market. I rarely play anything in pre-market. But it just never gave me that 87 retest. That's the retest that I wanted to go ahead and try to get into this one. Never got the opportunity. Even here, look at that. 87 retest. Never came at all. And I just continued to go to the upside. Now, do I want to try to play it here at this 89s? No. Am I going to cry about it once it hits 95 about how I didn't take this? Yes. Whatever. Smash the like.
Well said, Zunaid. I mean,
Thank you. I tried. You know, we'll see how it works.
Huh.
Just not the day for me, at least today.
Is anyone holding on to AVGO from Monday, by the way?
I don't think so.
We had called out, it was right here at 10:15 where we talked about the huge options coming in, and then we played it together. I unfortunately only got a dollar move. It went up 100% the same day. SPY, by the way, looking to break out again or push higher and test the new highs. Yeah, feel free to forward that email our way. Yeah, I think my email address is on the top, and if not, it's just my name.
Yeah, just need to keep doing it. Keep emailing Jason. If what you want, he'll make it happen.
But if he gets mad at you for spamming him, I didn't say that. Mitch said that. Just FYI.
No, keep doing it.
Again, Mitch said that, not me.
Yeah, tell him I said it. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Mitch's last day.
What did Mitch do?
Not worried about it.
He was just telling, was it Mary? Yeah, it was Mary. To spam Jason's inbox about live trading, like in person.
He's not gonna get fired for that.
No, I know. It's joking.
No, if anything, I'd tell him to do it more. I want to hear it from Jason. I want Jason to call me and be like, yo, why is my emails blowing up, bro?
Because we have a community that loves what we're doing.
Exactly. That's the response. There you go. And then he's like, oh,
you know
well,
who
damn.
I admire when it comes to email management? Luke. Like, I need that man to have a working lunch to explain how he does his inboxes, because that man does everything.
He has it attached to himself.
And I'm just, well, I mean, yeah, but he gets at least 200 emails, some that are relevant to him, some that he just doesn't care about. People just tag him. You know what I mean?
Well, you need Ryan work. Ryan is a monster at kind of working those inboxes, right? You kind of work your inbox a little bit.
Oh, it's a daily battle with the inbox. I'll say this, Zunaid, if you want to be more like Luke, you are going to need to become a cybernetic organism like the Terminator. Living tissue over a metal endoskeleton, because he like doesn't sleep. I don't know if he's taking a lunch. He works through every lunch. So I don't know how you're going to get a working lunch with him when he's working through lunch anyway.
Whenever I'm on like calls with other Benzinga folks at the office and they have their screen on, it's cool because I always see Luke walking around with his headset on because he's always on a call. But that's how he gets his steps in. I think it's great.
Can confirm.
Oh, speaking of which, okay, chat. I'm gonna head out after this and get ready for all access. But I've been looking into what's up. You got something?
There's all access today?
Yeah, which is why I was wondering why you said that. Unless they changed it.
It ain't today on my watch, bro.
Did they cancel it?
Look at, I mean, at least the count.
They did, bro. I know the ticker and everything. I literally did homework. I'm about to fire somebody because I stayed up and I did my research on this. You know what?
I was like, we're gonna find out who got it right now. Is it Mitch? Is it Zunaid?
So then I don't have to go. I'm good. But before the bullshit, I've been looking into getting a standing desk.
Yeah,
and also the walking treadmill. Right, it'll cost me about $500 to $600, but I'm afraid that I won't be able to trade and function as I walk 2 miles per hour. So if anyone in the chat, if you have one of those things, let me know. And there's also like this elliptical that you can go ahead and get, like not the big one, but like the small one for your feet. But I don't know how much exercise I get out of that. But if y'all have any of those things, please let me know how you like it. All right, I'm gonna go to Slack and yell at somebody.
So we did have an employee here a while ago that had the treadmill. She said she absolutely loved it. I have a standing desk. I think they're excellent. I don't use it as much anymore because the teeter hang up saved my back, literally. By the way, IONQ, this was a huge move through that day high here. This is an example of one of those range breaks to the upside that actually ended up working. This thing went another 75 cents after that breakout. I didn't hit this one, unfortunately. This would have made my entire day here today. Hopefully some of you hit this. IONQ,
hold on, you talked
move.
about something that was gold right there, man. The inversion tables. People don't know about those too much, right?
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna PSA. We're gonna go full screen for this.
I love it. Love it.
PSA. I want to apologize for all of the inversion table hate. I didn't even say it out loud, but I thought it when I was younger, and I was wrong. And for that, I'm sorry. Inversion tables are one of the best things in the world. I've
been wanting to get one, man, so bad that you're literally pushing me right now.
Costco, dude. Costco.
We're going for it, baby.
I sound like a broken record. Costco always has deals on the teeter hang up. Don't cheap out and buy a crappy one. Buy a teeter. If you're gonna hang yourself upside down,
all right.
If you're gonna hang yourself upside down, trust the device. Get the teeter. It is awesome. It totally stretches out your spine. I read reports that it makes you happier because it actually helps your spinal fluid flow. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a bunch of hippie hogwash. There's no way. It's true. It is absolutely true. Like I'll get off it and I'll feel all loose and I'll be like, this is awesome. 2 minutes a day. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I got to look up what the inverter now is. What are we talking about?
Teeter hang up. Just look up teeter hang up. You've seen the infomercials at 1 a.m. if you've stayed up ever.
I think it's very important to try to find ways to decompress the spine, right? That's really what it's doing there. And the reason why is that everything we always do kind of like compresses the spine. What can we do that actually, what can we actually do that actually stretches the spine back out? This is why in the long run, a lot of people have issues and run into hip problems, run into lower back issues. And it can really save you, right? Just stretching out muscles versus always contracting them. Same thing for the hamstrings. This is why athletes struggle so much with hamstrings, is because everything that we usually do to kind of work them out is a contraction way instead of expanding the muscle and stretching the muscle out. Something I talk about often right there because it's so important to stay healthy in the back.
Yeah, my dad spent his entire career in physical education. And one of the things they told me is, he said, do not mess around with back pain and do everything you possibly can to avoid surgery. Do not let them cut you. Back surgery can affect you for the rest of your life. Really quickly here, Kyle, great comment. This is actually the camp that I'm in. Markets are pretty extended, primarily the Qs. If expect a pullback soon, could even happen after the announcement. I'm thinking that today might be a sell the news event, right? The pause is priced in. I think if we get a surprise hike, we sell off. I think we might sell off even if we get what's anticipated here because it's already priced in. We've been talking about it for a long time. I'm with you on this, Kyle, and it's actually one of the things I'm waiting for. It also played into my decision to sell PSTG yesterday. I think this might be the start of a down move. Now, I've been thinking that for a while, and I've been wrong. So I have to have a plan in case I'm wrong again. But I'm with you on this. I'm thinking the same thing here.
I mean, I paid like at least on the prop account, but I paid like a good $500 to find that out today. So it looks like right now it hasn't come to fruition, right? I think that what we got to do there is just be very careful when we're playing that type of play, right? There's one thing looking for it and then maybe reacting to it. Of course, I tried to front run the action today and got run over. So just be careful waiting on that type of move. You could get run over. And the first move could be a down move followed by a little wicked wick to the upside. So just be careful also if you're playing the FOMC announcement, because I've always seen a lot of the times wicks on both sides. And what does that usually do? That's the algorithms stopping the traders out through those stops, the market makers taking all those stops that are out there. They take up all that volume and then they move the move into the direction that it's going to. So just be careful out there, team. I've seen too many traders wreck accounts because they think they can trade the FOMC meeting and then they go and then they get wrecked, right? So just putting the warning label out there. That's definitely more of a high expert trade. So just be careful out there, team.
Get wrecked, boy. By the way,
one that I kind of like is Crocs. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're interrupting you.
Just kind of showing it right now because Crocs is interesting on the move. If you look at the hourly chart, it's just been sitting here. And if the Qs are going to keep going higher, Nike's going to keep going higher. Why not Crocs get a little bit of a move back through 116? I'd love to hear what Jay has to say about that one. I ain't going to take it, but I can tell you at least the setup's pretty nice there. Kicking it to you, Zunaid, and putting your charts up.
Well, let's just talk about Tesla. I believe you had the 280 calls just come in on the ask expiring this week, but nothing worth talking about in terms of the size of it. We'll see if, we talked about two levels of support for Tesla in the pre-market. You had the 260s, and then you also had the 256s. We obviously played it off of the 256s twice, made money, didn't hold it all the way up for the move, but that's okay. Now we kind of wait and see if it wants to base on this 260 and make a move towards the 265s later on in the afternoon, depending on what the FOMC situation ends up being. I'm not sure how I will go ahead and play it. I usually don't play the FOMC. If I do, what I typically do is I will go ahead, say if a call option is worth about $1, I will go ahead and have a limit buy for 25 cents. That way, you know how the whole world knows about how, hey, the first reaction is not the correct one and fade the move, whatever. That's what I try to do. So I try to go ahead and place a limit order at a 75% discount, quote unquote. So that way, if I do get filled, cool, I got it for 25 cents. And if it goes back up to, reverts back for 50 cents, whatever, cool, I doubled my money. Or if it goes to zero, it was a cheap lotto. It is what it is. I'll live. So maybe I'll go ahead and play something along those lines. And we'll see. We shall see.
Jay Rice giving you a trade plan here. Jay Rice has said the last few FOMC meetings, they sold 2 p.m. and bought the 2:30 speech. So there you go, giving you some pattern recognition there from Jay. Really appreciate that. One more thing here real quick. ASST, it briefly took out that pre-market high. Again, this is kind of what I was talking about. Those range breaks to the upside don't go all the time. I know IONQ did go here today, but keep ASST on your watch list here. The other one that I think is worth mentioning here, ONCY. I have no position in either of these, by the way. ONCY, you take a look at this chart here, we're stopping at 215. But if you take a look at the daily chart, things become a little bit more clear. We are definitely running into some resistance here. It looks like I got 220 as the high print here. If ONCY breaks this, we traded up here, we came all the way back down, now we're all the way back up on big volume. If it breaks this, this might be a mover here. So keep ONCY on your watch list. Again, I have no position.
Let's see if there's any other moves out there. Oops, not what I meant to do.
All right. We'll see what else is going on there.
Damn it. All right, Apple looking at break. Oh, actually, it did. Oh, now it's coming up again. Do I want to short here? Do I want to short here? I think I might want to short Apple here. Let's see how far away it is from VWAP. Oh, yeah, we're going to try a short on Apple here if we can get it real quick. AAPL. And I hit the buy button. Nice. Cute.
Yeah, happens to the best of us, bro.
All right, I'm going to go short
I've done that
here.
on the prop.
Yeah, I'm going to go short here on Apple to see if it can wants to come down. Just 20 cents is all I'm kind of looking for. 20, 30 cents. Short Apple here. My average price is 184.2301. That's exactly how precise we are.
Team, sometimes you're going to make really good plans and you're not going to follow them towards the open. That's probably the number one thing that frustrates me the most in any type of my trading. And just clear day example in XOM today. Clear resistance, looking for the pop and drop. Should have been shorting off of that 108 pop. Look at this. Look at that nice hourly level. Pops right into that 108 resistance and fails right back down to the support. This could have been a monster trade there in ExxonMobil. Just not following the plan. It was a pop towards 108. Start to get short off of the 108.50s. It's back down to 106.28. I still have the swing trade on this one, but I wanted to day trade this one to the downside. This one could have been a really nice win.
Real quick, I want to address Will here. Will, I'm sorry I missed this when you asked earlier. Cleo, let me answer Will's question. Will's asking, Ryan, any thoughts on AI going to 50? Okay, so first of all, if we take a look at the daily chart here, it does look like it actually wants to break this high and go higher. We did wick yesterday a little bit higher, and they pulled it back. If we see some more strength here on a 45 break, you know what? I would have said that you're probably no. I don't really think this could have gone to 50. But given what we've seen recently, I wouldn't even be shocked. The momentum is carrying this name. Whether you think it's justified or not is not important. The momentum clearly on the buy side here. These things can be whatever they want. Maybe this does push to 50. I wouldn't necessarily be shocked if that's the case, but I'm not playing it for that. Just be careful with these AI names. I've said before on here, I think that this is a bubble that is eventually going to pop, and I would hate for someone to be in it and take a huge loss because of that.
Apple, our targets were 184. I was too busy checking out Twitter, so I didn't get that fill, but I am going to fill here. I am out at one. Oh, look at that. Got 184 anyway. Suckers. I'm out. Apple, short, worked out. Quick little scalp on that one.
Thinking about later, maybe taking a swing trade on the SQQQs and the Mumu account, but we'll have to keep it really small to make sure that if worse comes to worse, we take a small hit.
Are we going to trade this wet G? Oh, my God.
All right, guys, in about 3 minutes, we're going to start wrapping it up here. If you guys have any more trades or anything you guys want to check out, definitely throw it up in the chat. This is your chance, team. We'll be wrapping up soon. Greed just needs volume. What are you looking at there, Ryan? You on mute?
Oh, I'm on mute. Sorry. This is a good call back. Agree here. We did push up here, kind of came back to the VWAP. Now we're pushing away here. It's got the volume. Volume is flowing right now. Look at this stick. Agree higher here right now. Becca, what a call.
Hey, Becca.
Jay Rice, I love the troll game here. Very subtle troll here. Where's the guy with the Mullen rocket been? Don't know. Don't know, bro.
Good call there, Becca.
Yeah, Becca, you were all over this. This was a monster. Instead of talking about it, I should have just traded it.
What's the 118,000? Is that shares traded? Oh, that's okay. So that is the volume on the present candle.
Yeah. Okay. And you see how it's following the candle level?
Yeah. How does that help you? Is it just like you're looking for like relative strength, or just
it just tells me it's like a flashing indicator that, hey, there's volume expansion happening here, because you see how you just saw this rock. It was down here, right, and then it rocketed to that just tells me that look, folks, there's volume flowing into this name, right? I don't need a scanner for that. I can literally see it happening.
Interesting. I like that. It's a nice little visual. Let's see.
Gree getting yanked now. Still, there was plenty of time there for you to actually trade that. How many times do I say it? Our community is great.
As Nvidia is $1 away from all-time highs, I'm going to look to short it at around 419 to 420s with a stop loss at 420.50s. UCAR down to. I'm not familiar with UCAR, although I did buy it.
Yeah, we traded that one. We traded UCAR.
All right, well then let's see what we got. It's currently
Your
trading
car?
about 639. I don't know how I'd play this, to be honest. Maybe around 6. Is that 6? I assume it's 6. Yep, because you had resistance. Resistance hasn't quite tested support yet. I think maybe around $6. You can go ahead and try this one. You also, yeah, that's it. $6 is all I got for you. Leave Nvidia alone. Look, we made money on the short side yesterday. We made money to the long side as well, and we're just trying to see if we can go 3 for 3. Right. So far, we haven't had any losses on the real money account here. I did just get into wet G.
You savage.
My fill is 1750. Oh, well, okay. Got filled somewhere else too. Great. Now my average is 1779. No clue what happened there, but I am in there. My stop loss is a crack of 16s. I'm hoping we can go ahead and knock on the door of $20, though. That would be great. Did Sean remind you to stay green?
I mean, I don't blame you now, at least. You've had some sideways period time, right? And I think that's the important thing that you're looking for there is a little bit of some sideways action. Yeah. At least now it gives you a risk spot to go off of, right? Like you can either risk off of 16 or maybe slightly below 17 now. So at least kind of, hey, all right, well, if this stock turns around, where do I get out, right? When it's up there towards, like, let's say that first down move at 16, you don't know if it's going back to like 11 or not. And to tell you the truth, at least from the morning action, now you've gotten what? 1, 2. I'd look for maybe a little bit of a third crack of VWAP and go higher, but I can't blame you for jumping in now.
Yep, we shall see.
Nice job, Carmen, taking profits on GRE there. Great, folks.
There you go. Take that money and run, baby. Nothing wrong with that.
Becca, I just want you to know I went ahead and closed out my trade just so I could get a fill at the spot that you mentioned. I'll let you know if I get filled, though. Come on.
Zunaid's new nickname, Wet Z.
Don't, you know what?
Yeah,
better than shoplifting, Z.
When that's true. When I read it out loud, I was like, Ryan, don't say anything else.
Don't tempt me with a good time. Look, I'm waiting to go ahead and see if Nvidia is going to go ahead and hit its all-time highs. It's about maybe 50 cents away. And Becca, I did go ahead and get filled at that price.
Video wall at 420. Well, maybe something else happens at 420. Ha ha ha.
Oh, here's, you guys ready for a dad joke?
Hit me.
What is the best time to go to the dentist?
What?
2:30.
2:30.
Ryan, removed immediately.
I'm going to tell Jacob Bear. that. That's where I got that joke.
You should.
I can't tag you because you're not in this channel, but that's okay. I'm still going to name drop you.
Q's slowing up here, but I have a feeling that you're just going to continue to stepping up higher. Maybe right before the FOMC meeting, maybe you get a smack, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Are we going to hit those all time? So by the way, this is kind of, we're going to put this up.
Grinding higher.
As you can see the range of the day, but also range. So look, 413s, 38s is our all-time high on NVIDIA.
My screen is covered with saliva. Oh no, come on. Sorry, Raz. I didn't mean to make you spit out your drink.
All right, guys, it's 10:53. I'm going to start wrapping it up here time. All right, you guys, you want to review your action today, at least, Zunaid? Since you did the best.
Sure can.
That's for
Sure can. Well, so, patiently waiting. So, by the way, I did just go short. So, I'm short NVIDIA. 420.50 comes. I will go ahead and lose money on that one. It'll be the first L I take of the day. But let's talk about the dubs before the L arrives. And it was on Tesla. We had drawn out this level of this 256 area. That's where we wanted to go ahead and go long. And we got the bounce. We risked about $1, never hit our stop loss. And then to the upside, we went. We sold half of it at 50 cents, and we sold the other half at $1. And it continued to make a move of about $2-3. Actually, excuse me, I lied. It made a move about $4. Did not capture that move. It was just on the Tesla trade itself. And then I think we also had one other trade. I can't remember it though. But anyway, Ryan, you got anything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for the SPY. I mean, my action today, let's see, I took a very small loss on BWV, took a small loss on CSX, didn't make any other day trades. I'm actually green mostly because of Portillo's here today, so that's good. But what I'm doing here in terms of other trades is I'm going to be waiting for the FOMC. I want to see if Jay's plan here of selling the note and buying the conference ends up working out again. I want to see if we can get some trading action around there. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. By the way, shout out to Smoked Tuna here. How do you talk to a tuna? You drop it a line.
Nice. You and Ryan can hang out later.
Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing? In case they get a hole in one. The dad jokes here are just straight fire, and I absolutely love it.
Love it.
When I was younger and I wanted to impress somebody, I would tell them this joke. It was a horrible joke now that I look back at it, but it was, what did the boy octopus say to the girl octopus? I want to hold your hand, because, they have 8 hands. Anyway, that's all, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. You ain't got to do all that after the joke. I'm just saying. It made a couple of folks, chuckle out of pity, I'm sure. Can you get me off? Can you get my face off?
No,
I
just thought we'd end the show like that. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Like always, smash the like. I know you guys had a good time. Like always, I don't think Z will be short of bringing it tomorrow. You guys hit the like. We'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like always, hit the comments. What do you want to see more or less of right here on this show, right? We'll see you next time, team.
See ya.